Valiant Thor arrived to this world on March 13th, 1957. March 13th, 1957. Not March 16th as some have proclaimed. I know the dates, I know the times, I know exactly when and where. He arrived just outside of Washington, D.C. in a field over near Alexandria, Virginia. They knew he was coming. They knew exactly where he was going to be, and they picked him up along with his entourage, which was only consisted of 3 people, actually, and brought him to the Pentagon. From the Pentagon, he went to the White House. He went to the White House along with his other 2 individuals. This is a documented case that has never been told. Yes, there's some books out there called Stranger in the Pentagon, UFO Rama, and Flying Saucers, or actually it was Flying Saucer Rama, I think. And I will tell you that I'm not sure where Victor 1 come from, and I'm not going to cut anybody's throat on this. I just know the facts and the details probably better than, well, Saucer Rama. Where do they get these names? Anyway, Valiant Thor. Some of you, it is in the internet circles. It's there. And this here is stuff that I put together, if you can see. And I'm not going to cover this. I'm just telling you that through my research and uncovering flight logs, presidential departures, things that was happening at various air bases, I put together the Eisenhower time memo. And it is in the book. You might think, well, he's just promoting a damn book. Well, no, I'm not. No. I didn't even want to write this book, but I was encouraged a few years ago to do it, to tell the story, because we had to. And after all, I am the third and the final messenger, and what better way to give the message than to produce a book? And I want to thank J.P. Rolls over in England for helping me and having the courage to come forward with me. J.P.'s a very wise man and a very smart man. He was fearful and he was quite skeptical at first until he saw many things. I applaud you, my friend. You will always be a blessing within my heart, and you will be blessed. But who was Thor? Our father, your father. Now, if we can see this, you can see that. Arrival of Thor. There we go. Got a picture of Thor's craft. I'll show it to you. It's not the best in the world, but there we go. That was a picture taking, I believe, as he was arriving. Let's see. Yeah, this was taken on the 13th of March, 1957, photo 16A. So that was his arrival. That is a Verona as it's coming in. Sorry, I only have a black and white one. But let me show you my father. I want you to see my father. Sadly, most people can't even get this correctly that knows about it. But show you a picture of the 3 players involved. There they are. Thor is sitting in the middle. Enemy is the woman sitting next to him. And Elder Dawn is this man right here. Now, some of the people say, this is Thor, and that is Dawn, and they name this woman Jill. Actually, that is not true. That is not true. I have the documentation here. There we go. You can see it again. See the names right there. They're all substantiated. There we go. I have all that. And if you'll see this picture, These are the people that were raising the twins. That's Howard Menger and his wife Rose at the time in High Bridge. Yep. High Bridge, New Jersey. So what was taking place in High Bridge, New Jersey? Thor went and saw Eisenhower. Eisenhower was stunned. Here was the man that he was informed to in 1955 in Holloman that would arrive, and who he was. And there was the individual that told him to prepare. Who was that individual? He's in that picture. How about Elder Don? When I was at the agency, I got to see the film. I got to see the testimony. It was titled Silver Wheel 1, Silver Wheel 2. Silver Wheel 1 was his meeting in Muroc, Edwards, California. Silver Wheel number 2 was the meeting in Holloman with a Verona. Not just one, but two. And one of them actually hovered in front of the presidential aircraft at the end of the runway. I think it was 18B. Yeah, 18B. I believe that's what, without going into the records here. But all we need to know is it was in Holloman. And he went aboard the craft as it hovered. Oh my God. There was Catholic priests there with him. Many of Eisenhower's administration was there. And security was the highest you couldn't imagine the security. Well, wait a minute, Mr. Page. How come the people in Albuquerque didn't see this? Well, some of the people in Albuquerque did see it. But hey, they live there by a military air base. It could be something new the American military has developed. They don't know. Of course, the American government's denied the existence of Area 51 for a number of years until they had to come clean thanks to the Soviet Union because they were sending spy satellites over it. And, of course, with today's technology, Google Earth, you can see part of Area 51. That's where a lot of the Roswell stuff was taken, including the live Ebby. So, on April 12th, I'm a very, very stickler on dates, if you haven't noticed. April 12th, 1957. Thor would come to High Bridge, New Jersey. It was known as the High Bridge Incident. What was the High Bridge Incident? Well, it seems the twins' father was having visits, and he took pictures quite often. Angelic beings would appear. He was seeing crafts, and he filmed some of these crafts. They allowed him. Sometimes we don't allow people to film because, well, it will destroy their camera in most cases. But the non-technological advance of cameras in them days was really not what we have today. There was none of this digital stuff and stuff. And the digital technology gets fried very quickly by these crafts, especially ours. But as a child, I was just 4 years old, and Blanche told me we're going for a plane ride. Well, wow, I get to go on a plane ride for the first time. Way! So I flew. Ended up, I don't know where I went. Blanche was with me. We were picked up by the men in black suits in the black cars. I was familiar with this as a child. I'd already experienced this. But, here I am coming into a non-residential area. There was like, maybe we had seen 2 houses at the most. We pull up to an area that was quarantined off by security, as I would later find out, federal agents, Secret Service, and we went down about a half mile down this road after we were allowed in to a little small house. I wouldn't say small house. It was a standard size house at the time. And there were these other kids. And Blanche took me and we walked around the side of the house into the backyard. That's where we were directed. And here was all these kids playing and laughing in other families. And there were some doctors that I had already recognized. And there was clergy there. I didn't know some of the clergy. And then I got to meet the twins for the very first time. They came up to me and said, what's your name? I said, my name's Tommy. Well, we're your brothers. These two boys were identical. Identical. I didn't know who was who. They didn't introduce themselves. They said they were my brothers. And I smiled at them. And I said, that was good. They said, would you like to go play? And Blanche was holding my hand, and I was a little shy, a little nervous. I said, no, no. So about 5-10 minutes later, the gentleman that was there said, will everybody please take your seats? So we went over, and we took our seats. And he told us, he said, our special guest will be here shortly. He's on his way. And I want you guys to be prepared, especially the parents with the children here. So I thought that was quite unique. Who is coming to see us? Who is this man? I would know him later, years down the road, as the same one that had my birth record, well, the birth records of all of us. I'm sure his name was Dr.